The big set of headphones you got there.
All right, you guys, we're just going to stall for a minute or two, see if any more people show up, and then we'll go ahead and start the open mic. Remember, this is streamed all over the world right now.
Everything's big in Kansas.
What's happening, Gavin? How you doing, buddy? All right, y'all. Let's just find out who we have here today. Tyson, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you, Kevin?
Good. I'm excited today. We got a show going on. Where are you broadcasting from today?
St. John, New Brunswick, the East Coast, Atlantic North of North America, Canada. Just like Kev or Jim R over there.
Yeah, Jim R. He's in Canada. All you Canadian guys know each other, right? There's like only 4 or 5 of you.
4 or 5.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've seen Jim everywhere.
Everywhere I've seen Kevin.
The mirror included.
Is it? Hey, New Brunswick. Must be cold as shit over there in New Brunswick.
I don't know, man. I'm inside. Don't go outside anymore. Lockdown.
No windows. Good deal.
Drew, you doing some comedy today? Yes, Drew is. Tyson, I'm assuming you are. Jim, you are. Gavin, I still don't hear you yet. Ooh, he just blackfaced us. Oh, he totally took off. We'll wait another minute. He might come back. All right, it's the Greg Dean International Stand-Up Comedy Open Mic. It is international today. We only have 3 people, but we have 2 from Canada and 2 from the U.S. That makes us check that box. International, God damn it. Love it. All right, today we're going to be going for 5 minutes each. Unless by chance, you don't have to use all 5. Unless by chance, like a bunch of people show up, then I might have to shave a minute or 2 off. Just saying. All right, Tyson, it's your first time here. What's going to happen is at 4 minutes, I'll hold up this sign. It says 1 minute left. At the end of that minute, I'll hold up this sign, and it says that's your time. When that's your time, go ahead and wrap up. You don't have to panic and say, I'm done. You can actually take a moment to say goodbye or finish your thought that you're on. We just got somebody else. DeMarie. Still not quite connected. Hey, DeMarie, are you going to come on the screen for us? Hey, DeMarie, are you going to come on screen with us? I don't know. I guess not. DeMarie? All right, no worries. Here, this is going to be our order today. This is exciting. We're going to go Tyson first. We're going to go Jim second. Drew's going to close out the show unless DeMarie wants to do some time. I don't know because I can't see who that person is and I can't hear that person, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and get this thing started, man. We might as well, right? You guys ready to get started?
Ready to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organ donors and transplant recipients, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you're from, I'm just glad you are here today to spend some time with us. It's the Greg Dean Tuesday International Open Mic on Zoom. Make some noise for me.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people, so that's pretty good. For 3 people, I'm pleased with that. That wasn't too bad. I'm Kevin Comstock. I'm the host. I'm also one of the teachers for Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy. Now, if you haven't checked out Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy, we've got new classes starting this week, so make sure you check out. Just Google stand-up comedy and the name Greg Dean, and everything will come up for you. All your comedy wishes will come true. This is so exciting. We have a huge show for you today. If you've seen An Evening at the Improv, if you've seen Premium Blend on Comedy Central, if you've seen Netflix specials with comedians, these guys have seen those shows too.
Indeed.
Yep. So here we go. Let's get our first performer. I'm so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy was the inspiration for the smile on the Mona Lisa. He played Spock in Star Trek, and he's a former MMA wrestler. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together from New Brunswick, Tyson Arno!
Oh!
Hey, everybody. Don't clap too loud or too long, because you may cause a seizure, because that's how I had to stop fighting. Realized I was epileptic after I got knocked out. So thanks for stopping. All right. You know, this world is getting wilder and wilder by the minute. I see it. I'm sure you see it. And there's a lot of confusion out here in myself, in everybody, especially in these times. One thing that boggles my mind is how a generation raised on Transformers could be so confused by the idea of people being trans. You know, you have people growing up on a pair of scissors. Nope, I'm not a pair of scissors, I'm a boat. Oh, a boat. No, I'm not a boat. I'm an aircraft carrier. This is smooth. This is transitioning at its best. All right, so another thing is a generation raised on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and people are confused. You know, we're the same people who watched books be published that are called Animorphs. You're walking through the library, you look at the cover of the book, you see a human turning into a rat. You know, it's not so boggling to me to wrap my head around the fact that, you know, people's imaginations are doing what they need to. We got any mothers in the crowd?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. One thing about mothers are these beautiful, majestic beings here on planet Earth, you know. The carriers, the bringers of life. Mothers are super intense. Like, anytime I see a mother, there's a narrative going on in the back of my head where I'm like, okay, there was a time and place where she was like, all right, feed it to me raw. And then during that process, she was like, okay, dump it in me, daddy. These are pretty wild people, these mothers, I tell you.
Yeah.
I work construction, and in the construction industry, anytime somebody sees a mother going with a carriage, they say, you know what? You date mothers. Why? Because you know they put out. Now, this is one of the things I've always heard, and, you know, it's blatantly true. Now, the thing about mothers is they're territorial. I have a couple friends on Facebook who happen to be mothers, and some of them are, you know, live the hippie lifestyle. So occasionally they might just post a selfie where the little one's latched onto the breasticle, if you know what I'm saying. And they're staunch in their position about, you know, this is life. Deal with it. And then, you know, I experiment and dabble with psychedelics, so I have some weird, funny thoughts sometimes. And I was sitting there thinking, you know, because I saw one of these posts, my friend's on an airplane, she's feeding her baby, she got the surfboard, all this craziness, you know, and she's making this big statement, I should be able to feed my baby wherever. And I was sitting there just super out of it. And the script flipped to a comedy script, and I started thinking, what if men were the nurturing ones? What if men were the ones who fed the babies, huh? From our private parts. Would it be different? Now, if you just sat there and imagined a baby giving a blowjob, you're framing it wrong. It's not like that. This is food, okay? And then my mind even went a step further. My mind was like, you know what would be even weirder is that there was a symbiotic relationship where the father had to feed the mother, so she had the sustenance to give to the baby. So next thing you know, you could be coming around the corner, and what in this day and age would seem like something wild and out of hand is just life. You know what I mean? The other day, I was coming down off of an LSD trip, and it was the morning, and I needed to go out and get some milk for my coffee, and I stepped out of my apartment building. I live in the heart of this little city, St. John, and I live right next to a parking lot, and I stepped out of the back of my apartment building, and there was a white horse standing in the middle of this parking lot. And I was still kind of buzzing off of the trip from the night earlier. And I was like, oh my God, is that a unicorn or some shit? No, it was a horse. And there was a horse carrying trailer there for it. But the thing is, that's the equivalent of how shocking coming around the corner and seeing a woman with her breast in the mouth of a baby can be. And I think these little hippie mamas don't think about that shit. But you know what? We got to live, and we got to feed our children, don't we? That's a part of what's going on here in life. All right, that was a little rough, but you know.
Good.
All right. I don't know if I'm missing.
Tyson, you just hit your time perfectly. Good job.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
I like that. You know, I had heard that same thing that if you date moms put out because you know it because they have
a little
evidence.
cliche. Yeah.
No, but you know, I used to always say I like girls that are smokers because they don't mind putting a dirty thing in their mouth. And I used to say I like girls with tattoos because they don't mind a little prick.
Oh, geez, man.
Thank you. I'll be here all night. No, I really will. I'm in my house. So
and you live in the States too, so if you get into something dangerous, there's medical situations.
Yeah,
there's money involved.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, Jim's always teasing us about all his free medical care up there. It's so sad. I've actually had to smuggle medication from Mexico for myself.
Oh no!
It was $700 a month.
Like you're like a bald Johnny Depp over here from Blow.
Amazing. And I would just walk over the border. I'd go to the first pharmacia. I'd shove all the stuff into the crotch of my pants, and I'd walk back over the border. They'd go, do you have anything to claim? I'm like, no, I don't have anything. I just went over there for a churro.
Wow.
All right, let's keep it going, man. Jimmy's going to be up next, ladies and gentlemen. He plays tuba in a polka band. He's an expert on Lebanese food, and he's the inventor of the dishwasher. Put your hands together from Western Canada, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Go, Jimmy. Go, Jimmy. Go, Jimmy. Hey, thanks, Kevin, for that amazing introduction. And quietly pointing out that I had today's buttons in, my shirt in yesterday's buttonholes. I kind of looking like a guy that's been spending most of his life in rehab. That's how I feel today, sort of thing. Anyway, like Kevin said, I'm Jimmy R. from the west coast of Canada. And welcome, Tyson, my brother from the east coast. Tyson likes to do his laundry in Tide today because it's too damn cold out Tide.
Exactly.
Speaking about hippie lifestyles, reminds me of when I was growing a few plants of weed in a cabin I had, and I noticed that at watering time every few days there was a couple of nice looking buds gone, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on with that? And I kind of looked around, and there's lots of squirrels and stuff in the trees, kind of chattering and stuff, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? And my learned friend told me, he said, well, I'll tell you what, to catch the squirrel that's, eating the buds off your plants, the best way is to look for the squirrel with the long coat, the long hair, hasn't washed for a week or a month.
A bag of Doritos.
And he's got a guitar strapped on his back, for Christ's sake. So that would probably be the culprit. That would be the squirrel that's been stealing my water. Anyway, but no, I speaking of that, I really had a fantastic childhood. I'm kind of reverting back to it now in retirement, thinking about, going back with a new sports car, that it's hard to get into and harder to get out, wearing clothes that are, kind of like what maybe a teenager would wear, that sort of thing. And, starting to wear diapers again. No, I don't want to get there, but, sucking on those soothers that they sell in, corner grocery stores and stuff, but No, I don't think I'm going to do that. But anyways, speaking about my fantastic childhood, my father, I'm very fond of my time with my fathers. The times that he took me out. Well, I'll tell you, he took me out and to teach me swimming one time there, and he threw me overboard out of the boat, and it was really good. I really started to catch on fast once I, crawled out of that gunny sack, but and I surfaced, and there he was. And hey, not only teaching me how to swim, but he taught me how to go long distance, because when I swam to the side of the boat, he hit me with the oar and, fucked off on me, sort of thing. So I had to swim behind him for miles to catch the bastard. But anyway, I have fond memories, but that's all for me today, gang. I want to wish you all happy travels, and remember, if you can't make them laugh, fuck them.
Jimmy,
Good stuff, Kevin.
Signing out from Canada,
Jimmy.
where it's cold as a witch's convent. Yeah, thanks very
I
much.
love your shirt, Jim. I used to have a shower curtain with the same print.
It is your shower curtain, Kevin. It is your
Okay,
shower-
that's great. I'm glad it got recycled, man. Reuse.
Poking
That's
through your
all.
garbage, Kevin. Poking through your garbage.
I saw, we have a lot of homeless people here in LA, and a homeless guy came up to me and he asked me for money, and I was going into 7-Eleven. Said I don't have any cash, and he pulled out his phone with one of those little square things, and he says, I take debit and ATM.
That's believable.
A homeless guy. I take debit and ATM. I laughed super hard. I was like, you are the most hooked up homeless man I've ever seen in my life. He probably wasn't even homeless because he had a phone with one of those square things, so he even has a bank account.
Perfect. Very good. I had them, excuse me for interrupting, but I had them, when they ask me for, change, I tell them all I got today is credit cards. I'm surprised none of them have actually said, well, we'll take one of those,
That's what that guy was. He was all hooked up to take whatever kind of money anybody had. He
Anything.
probably could take cryptocurrency. Oh, you can give him something. All right, let's bring up the next performer, ladies and gentlemen. He's a television news anchor. He's the former Secretary of State, and he has a skull that's made completely of tungsten. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. From New York, Drew Beekler.
Yes. Thank you.
Drew.
I am a news anchor, and this just in. Jimmy and Tyson are actually in the same ska band in Canada. It's pretty cool. Their shirts tell us that whole thing.
Right on.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, guys. I don't understand how in society, if I say that I can't whistle, every one of you that can whistle just wants to whistle in my face. That's a dick move. I literally just told you something that I'm vulnerable at and I have a weakness for, and your first reaction is just to be like, oh, it sucks, but look how cool and great I am at it. You freaking idiot.
Yeah.
That's like if I walked by a place and I was like, that sweater's really cool, but I could never afford it. You buy it in front of me, wear it to my birthday party, and walk around the birthday party going, whoever can't afford this sweater is a freaking idiot. Like, it's a dick move. And it's not, and the thing is, like, don't say it. If you can't whistle, do not say that you can't do that in public, because everyone who hears it will just immediately turn around and start a musical tribute in your just of how bad you are at things. Like, they all turn into the Jets from West Side Story. Like, it's just immediate. And the thing is, like, that's not even the worst part of it. Not the worst part of the whole thing is when you say you can't whistle, after they whistle in your face, they're like, now you try. Like, I've never tried before. Like, I've never tried to whistle. I've clearly tried to whistle at one point in my life, but no, you just stand there expecting me to just sit there and be like, do it right now. And then I'd have to sit there looking you straight in the face and just be like, like I'm trying to clean a Nintendo game thing from like a long time ago. I can't do it. It's insane. I don't really. I can't whistle. I just think it's pretty funny, right? Those dicks. Those idiots can't whistle. Stupid. I went to a bad school. I know I went to a bad college because mine's closed. Did you guys know that colleges can close? Like a mom and pop store, I just blame Walmart. I'm like, it's like it was there for a little while, but it's not there anymore. Actually, fun fact, Because so my school I went to ran the same scam that Trump University ran, and then they got sued for $11 billion by the government. So luckily they weren't a business school; it was an art school. That's probably why they got caught. I would think. But if you guys are ever interested in seeing where my school is, you can actually, if you watch the new season of Queer Eye, where they go to Philadelphia, there's an episode where they go to an Old Navy, and that's my school. It's an Old Navy now. It's literally in that season. It's fun. Where my library used to be, and they now sell khakis. That's it's fun. It's a very interesting thing. I should have known that it was a bad school. There was the red flags. They misspelled bachelor degree on my degree, so that's probably not great. It's hard to get a job when with a ballroom degree. You know, it's hard. It's hard. They don't take it seriously. I watch a lot of reality competition shows, and I found out that if you guys want to be good at reality competition shows, if you ever think about getting on those, make sure that you're able to say, my strategy is just the plot of the show. That's all they do. They just constantly go over. They're like, my strategy is whatever the show is. If you watch Hell's Kitchen, the cooking show with Gordon Ramsay and everything, someone will say twice an episode will be like, my new strategy is to cook, cook some food, I'm going to cook really good food. That's my strategy. Oh yeah? Is that your strategy? Good job. That's like if I was a football coach and you're like, okay, what's your strategy, coach? You're like, touchdowns. I'm just going to try and score a lot, like it's the whole thing. I have dyslexia, which makes it hard for me to read, write, and spell. And my spelling's so bad that sometimes people, when I'm just texting them, assume that English is my second language, which is a insult and a compliment at the same time. Because as an immigrant, I'm doing great. I'm doing so good. But as a Native American, I am showing how bad our learning system is here. That's what I'm doing. It's very awkward sometimes. I was on a date where a girl looked me over and was like, your English is pretty good for being your second language. And I was just like, muchos gracias. Soy guapo, Anyway, you guys are cool. Have a good night. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Biegler. Thanks for sharing with us, Drew. You cracked me up.
That whistle thing has something, right? It has the potential, right?
That was fun. Hey,
This is how you whistle.
How do you say your name? Is it DeMarie or DeMarie? DeMarie. DeMarie, you ready to do some comedy for us? You are?
I guess so, yeah.
You can do 5 minutes today? Let me go ahead and bring you up with a proper introduction because I know that your credits are very important. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer once removed a kidney stone using a pair of needle-nose pliers, plays harp for Wales, and serves as the corporate attorney for Kmart. Ladies and gentlemen, DeMarie!
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Marie.
Hey, y'all. So, first, yes, I want to first give praise and honor to the head of my life, the one that has made it all possible. And I know everybody has their own religious view. Hey, sir, how you doing? Everybody has their own religious views and all that. But just personally for me, I'm talking about the quarantine. And yes, I'm going to testify, damn it. I'm going to testify because quarantine ain't did nothing to me, okay? Feel free to take up a collection plate because I'm finna start preaching. In the words of that famous song from The Color Purple, God was trying to tell me something, huh? He was trying to tell me I have been blessed with the gift of discernment, okay? I always knew my family was crazy. That's nothing fucking new, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until this past year that I realized just how badly these people really need to be hooked up to electrodes. Effective immediately, huh? How come, you know what, it's crazy. They always got the nerve to act like it's me, right? But it sure is funny. It's always the people that can talk to fruit that swear ain't nothing wrong with them, huh? Anybody? Nobody can relate. I just noticed, just crazy. The level of psychosis is astonishing. It's astounding. It really is. I'm going to see if Burlington Coat Factory can hook me up with some straight jackets because I'm going to need at least 7. At least 7 of them. And that's just the immediate family. You know what I'm saying? Just the immediate family, you know. And y'all stop laughing at my family because mental health issues is in these days. If you don't have at least 6 of them, you really ain't shit. But you know, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed because, like, even my mom, you know, she's an addict, you know, and of course, quarantine made that 10 times worse, you know. But I'm just glad she's still here because it's way past weed or alcohol or coke. You know, unfortunately, she's gotten hooked on to, you know, those real drugs, and I'm talking about that hard stuff. Like Mexican food. Did she just say Mexican food? Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Mexican food is a hell of a drug, okay? According to Uncle Rick James, he says it's cocaine, but clearly this motherfucker has never had a torta. Okay, listen, I'm trying to prepare for a festival and I'm a little rusty, so y'all just hang in there with me. But yes, Mexican food. The woman is a full-on addict. Okay, you got it. She want it. In the words of Luther Vandross, never too much. Never too much. She want all of it. Tacos, taquitos, tamales, quesadillas, tortillas, red pork, green pork, porcupine. When will it stop? When will it stop? Where is the DARE program, huh? Somebody tell me, please. My mama don't smoke, but she don't smoke. She don't smoke, but she'll light the shit up out of some fajitas. I bet you that. Bet you that. It's just a mess. It's a mess. It really is. You know, I think Mexican food really is, at this point, it's really my mama's religion. It's her religion. You know, on Sundays, she worshiping and praising King Jesus. The rest of the week, King Taco. What the fuck? What the fuck? Now, I worked hard on that. Y'all better laugh at that. Anyway, listen, I think that's all I have. I'm a little rusty and I'm also nervous. And I'm sitting in the bathroom. So that's my time for now. But thank y'all.
Marie, ladies and gentlemen, Marie! Good luck with your show. Thanks for stopping by. Please feel like you can stop by anytime. It's the world's greatest open mic on Zoom that you'll ever find in the whole wide world. Let's talk about what we learned today. We had an incredible show. It's still streaming right now. Somebody in Nepal is watching it, and they're offended. All right, check it out. We learned about some things today. We learned about Transformers and the trans community. We learned that mothers say, "Feed it to me raw." We learned about squirrels eating buds. And we learned about swimming in a burlap sack. We learned that if you can't whistle, other people will whistle at you. And if you can't find your school, there's a good chance that in Old Navy, the library is where the khakis are. All right? And don't forget, Mexican food is a drug. You can light the shit out of fajitas. That's what I thought. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That is a comedy show. Ladies and gentlemen, we had Tyson, Jim, Drew, DeMarie, and all the people all over the world watching us right now. On behalf of everybody at Greg Beans, I want to say thank you. This has been a fabulous show. Please come back because the shows are boring when it's just me.
We'll be back.
You.